Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. In this segment, we're going to talk a little bit to the parents and, about their relationship with their kids. Are they asking for help? Well, I am here with Mary Wallace, and she is our licensed clinical social worker, and she's going to give us some tips about how we might be communicating.
Hi there, Keisha.
Thanks so much for coming back on Focus Atlanta. Can we talk a little bit about how parents might know whether or not their children are asking for help, seeking help?
Well, with younger children, younger children will cry. Sometimes they'll act out very aggressively. And older children might stay in their room and not want to socialize, not want to talk. But for all children, they may not be eating well. They may have stomach aches, headaches. Stress really affects children.
Absolutely. And I think that is the question for parents. They feel like stress is affecting children, but they don't really know the signs to look out for. Are there any tips in terms of what they could look out for in their children's behavior?
Well, the behaviors that I was explaining are definitely signs that something's up. If your child doesn't act like this usually, if your child's not really aggressive, or if your child looks sad, or if your child doesn't want to get involved with the activities he usually loves, or he doesn't want to socialize. And if you want to, we can talk about what you can do.
Absolutely, because I think that for many parents, they see those behaviors and they think, oh, okay, this is just typical adolescent behavior, or this is just typical child behavior, and they don't know when to kind of ring the bell, when it's too often, when it's happening, more than just rarely. So yes, I would love more.
If this behavior and this demeanor is going on for a long time, it's very, very important in general to talk to our child every day. How was your day? How was the baseball game? You want to be in touch with your child, and you want to find out what's on their mind. I mean, children are very stressed today. There's so many things that are going on. They have to worry about school. They worry about their friendships. They worry about family events and the world events. And it's a lot for them. So I call it checking in with your child every day. Some parents do it right before bed as they're tucking their child in. Tell me about your day. Is there anything that was hard for you? So once we can get it into words, then we can help them to solve the problems.
Oh, I love that. I love that, having a specific time of the day, whether it's just before bedtime, like you said, or just after dinner or at the dinner table, having that, making that conscious effort to have that conversation at a certain time of the day. That way you kind of, even your child can kind of know, okay, I'm going to build up to this because this is when she's going to ask me about my day. This is when I can tell, this is when I can say, what I've been feeling and what I've been going through. Mary, is there an age range that we should be concerned about?
I think we have to worry about all children, because young children can be depressed if there's a lot of strife in the family, or they are nervous about school, something's happening at school, in preschool. And teenagers are stressed so much by what they see on social media, on the kind of social relationships that are much more complicated as you move into the teen years.
Absolutely. Well, then I can't let you get out of here then without giving us a website. Is there a way to stay connected with you, maybe learn some of these tips off of your website?
It's marywallace.com. I've also written a new book, The Secret World of Children, and I believe that giving love to children helps them to overcome a lot of the stresses that they are facing.
Absolutely. You know, I appreciate your time. Every time you come on the show, we learn something new. Thanks so much for visiting us again today.
Thank you for having me. It was lovely, Keisha.
Absolutely. All right, there are things that we can do. There are moves that we can make. I know that sometimes as parents, you know, there's a bit of a disconnect. You're afraid of that disconnect and you don't know how to broach the topic or you know, make that specific time during the day. Mary has some tips for you. Take the opportunity to visit the website and learn more. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to this segment of Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.